Okay, just like all other books and articles that I write, I give away for free. Before I actually, and the links for these, which I've written, and these are ancient translations as well as a really hardcore text on metaphysics, the links for these are below. I wrote these are copyright by myself, but they're for free distribution to you, free download by you, and of course you could redistribute them as you see fit. This is an ongoing work that's on the right. These are really important passages within the Nikayas. This is an ancient dead language. It's Brahmi. This is Prakrit, the earliest pre-sectarian corpus of ancient India and the Sakya clan, and they predate all sects, later-day sects like the Theravadins. You'll actually see that there is Romanized Pali, but below that there is the English translation, so you could ignore obviously the ancient Pali, which there's only a handful of people on earth that could read that. And there's a lot of work here. There's only about 33 pages in this, of which roughly, of course, half is the English translation of the original Pali, but we're talking about a language that's been dead now for well over 2,000 years, so the time involved to translate this, I can't even begin to tell you how excruciating it is, but I've been extracting the really, really important passages and doing accurate representation of these in English translation, and I hope you like them. Like I said, you just ignore the Pali. Right below the Pali, there's the book and verse. MN, of course, would be Majjhima Nikaya, book 1, verse 190, and the English translation. I, of course, a few months ago posted, actually less than a few months ago, posted the full English translation, my copyrighted work of the entire Dhammapada on the Pali of the Khuddaka Nikaya, second book of the Khuddaka Nikaya. But I hope you like it. Over here on the left, as hardcore as this text is, of this really dense monistic metaphysics of ancient India, of the Sakya clan of monistic Advaita Vedanta, which of course we call Buddhism, but there was no such name actually that even existed until something like the 14th century. So such a name is completely irrelevant to the original article, but for mere convention's sake, we could actually call it that. But as you can see here on the left, this is called the ABC text. The link for this is also below. This is the Monistic Metaphysics of the Sakya disciples. This is my copyrighted work, but you're free to download it and free to distribute it as much as you like. I actually did this in a completely different form. I made it both easy, but it's also really hardcore. Hardcore so far as the metaphysics within. I ask countless questions that I've been getting over the decades. Post the question that I get asked, countless hundreds of times, and I give the answer to same. And I actually have it subdivided up into 3 different sections. And this is the second section, of course, the Dhammamaga. Might want to do a Google search on the translation of that term, but it's all in English. But this is the metaphysics of earliest Gautamid monistic monism, or what later became Advaita Vedanta. There's absolutely no distinction, not doctrinally anyway. But you'll see the question. There's probably a question that you had, and then I actually give the answer. And it's about 26 pages long, but it's extremely dense, and it's also a small point font text. But since it's in PDF, you could zoom in and look at it at any level that you want. But writing stuff like this it's not like writing fiction. You have to be accurate and logical and concise and precise, and so I find this is easy to write, but it is still some hardcore stuff, and it's not like sitting down and fabricating nonsense to please other people. It's a completely different genre of writing, really different actually. It's almost like trying to think, like a technical manual combined with an ancient metaphysical trend. It's some tough stuff to write. Even if it flows easily, it's hard to vocalize this put it the correct words so that is relatable to people's minds as simply as possible without having a primer or a key or a clavis. Kind of like the Rosetta Stone, you actually have to have a clavis. You actually have to have a primer to be able to understand this stuff. So if you have difficulty reading it, it means you just don't have the primer within your head. But I made it as simple as possible, yet at the same time being pretty freaking hardcore, which of course it is. And it is very dense, and I think you'll like it. But both of these actually comprised a lot of works. They are free, but if you feel fit to give a donation below in the link below to PayPal or anything else, that would be really graciously appreciated. Once again, these are copyrighted works by me, but you have free download, free use, and free distribution. Give it to whoever you want. You can post it wherever you want. Just don't alter the text. Just leave it the way it is. And that's my only request on that one. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like them. Goodbye.